Hi everyone and welcome back to the first video since my little break that I've had, and we've got a new addition. As you saw in the unboxing video, I have now invested in release paper, so much better. And what's interesting is it's going to also be phasing out the cover minders, because obviously the release paper you don't need to use cover minders for. Occasionally it can crinkle up a bit, but they will come back with other paintings and that. But this, you can use it over and over again. So obviously from what I gathered is we were working on the little swan, weren't we, last time? And yeah, I have, well, it's still part of my holiday, because I'm actually filming this on Thursday the 16th, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a little bit of painting. I've tried to resist the urge, but yeah, so I thought I'd do a bit anyway. But yeah, it's been quite a restful week actually, but obviously I did say to myself that I would need to start filming again towards the end of the week to get it ready for next week and stuff. But yeah, so I'm actually filming this at 1 o'clock in the morning, early hours of the morning, because I've just come back from the theatre. And I really fancy doing some, so I'm going to be knackered by the time I get up, but I'll probably have a lie-in. And yeah, most nights have been sold out, but it's been quite fun to work on. We're doing up till Saturday, and then Saturday is a matinee. Now a matinee is where you have an afternoon performance as well as the regular performance at 7:30, so we'll have an afternoon one, normally around about 2 o'clock, and then we'll have another one at 7:30. But let's go back to the 14th of February, because my mind is not going to go that far back. So 14th of February, obviously it was my brother's birthday, and I got up at 9 o'clock and went over to Whittam, and obviously went to my relatives, and my brother wasn't there, my sister was at work, so I thought, right, I'm going to go to the chemist, because they've prescribed me some cream for my hand because it's coming up a bit flaky and dry. So they prescribed me some of this, it's called Dactacor or Dactacor or whatever it is. But it's basically like a hydro antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory cream. But what they also did is they prescribed me another one, which is called, see if I can find it. So they also prescribed me this, which is, apparently it's called Zephyrine Emollient, and it's a moisturising cream with natural oatmeal to hydrate dry skin conditions. So yeah, I mean, it could be that I was putting too much of my Palm Safe cream on, or my Body Shop cream. Especially with me, if I go out, I'll always take my Palm Safe with me, because obviously I never used to. It's ever since like COVID was about, I've sort of like really get quite don't really like, you know, touching buttons and that, because you don't know, you know, someone could have coughed on it, you know, and it's just to keep you safe and that. Right, we've now run out of 8 drills, so I'm going to have a look and see what I can do. But the good news is this tray has seized the day, because that is going in the bin. So we'll come back to that. That's no problem at all, because I need to do some refills on that, so that'll be good. Now obviously, because we're past Valentine's Day now, this will continue until it's done. I'm not going to roll it over until next year, not while we're right at the end of it. I think we can get this done by the end of, or what do we call it, the end of, mine's gone blank, Valentine's. So yeah, anyway, so my brother wasn't there. Apparently he was supposed to be coming in the afternoon. So I thought, right, I'm going to have a cup of tea. My mum bought some hot cross buns, so I asked if I could have one, and she let me have one. So I thought, well, I'll have a cuppa. I've just got it. I don't really want to go back out again. I was supposed to go to the chemist before I went there, but it didn't happen. So I thought, well, I'll have a hot cross bun. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross bun. And I'll have a cup of tea, check some of my emails, and then, you know, I'll venture up to the chemist. And I had about an hour or so, so yeah, I drank that, and then I ventured up to the chemist. Now, that cream was supposed to come with the other cream, but apparently they were out of stock. So what they did was they actually gave me like a little slip thing. It's like an IOU slip, and you basically get given it, and it's like an IOU. So when you get given it, you get they tell you when it's gonna come in, and then you can go back. So yeah, so I picked up that, and then I thought, right, well, nothing really exciting's happening at the moment, so I'll go down, because I didn't want to miss him, because I knew that he would bring Teddy over. I knew that Vicky and her lot would come over, so I didn't really want to miss him, so, because I knew that they would have to go back, because he lives in Chelmsford, so yeah. So then I went off to Tesco, and you know when you fancy like just a snack bit, I didn't want to get like food shopping, but I wanted something that I could like snack on, and I got some maple and pecan pies, you know, the pecan pie slices things. I got some donuts. I got, my mum asked me for some Haribo, so I got some Haribo, which reminds me I need to ask for that £1 back, because she said to get it. I'm very hot with, even if it's family members, as long as I get the money back for it, I'm okay, but I don't really like paying out for something that, you know, is not mine. And I know it's only £1, but hey ho. So yeah, I think I got some other luxuries and that. Got some mini eggs because they're out now, but £1.25. I'm not even joking. The bag was tiny for £1.25, and I thought that's an absolute rip off. But I thought, well, I'm gonna get some. Then I got, they bring back then carrot cakes. You have to go to the bakery section, but they bring back the 2 carrot cakes that are in a box. You get some lemon cakes as well, so so I got some of that, and then I ventured back home and basically just cracked on with some more emails, tried to get them down a bit, catched up with several videos on YouTube that I wanted to get done, and just wait for George to come in. And then about half an hour later my dad came round. So that was awkward for me, because obviously we don't talk, and obviously because it was George's birthday, he puts on this act of, oh, let's talk and all be nicey, and then when it's not George's birthday, we'll just go back to not talking to you, you know. So I only did it for his birthday, you know. So yeah, and then shortly after that, I think it was like about another hour or so, my brother came in with Teddy, which is his son, and my nephew, Victoria, and who else was it? Tessa, her mum, because her mum's called Tessa. So there will be a lot of gappage here because we've got some colours missing at the moment, but the way I do my paintings is I'll always tackle it right at the end, because if we ponder on that too much, that's where we lose time, and that's where I get to the point if I just want to abandon it. So I tried to tackle that right at the end. So yeah, so then he was opening up his presents and stuff like that, and I got him a card with Teddy on it, and yeah, so done that. And then he wanted to cook everyone shepherd's pie, and of course I've been there since 9 o'clock, so I'm thinking I've got to get back, because I had deliveries the next day coming here. For some reason, anything that you shop with O2 has got this thing, if you've got a contract with them, they've got this thing where you can get accessories, so it could be speakers or it could be anything. And you can actually spread the cost. You can pay £8 or however much it is over so many months. Or if you've got a contract with them like what I've got, you can actually add, say like the speaker was £15, you can ask them to add it to your next bill, and you don't have to pay until the following month. So that was pretty good. So I thought, oh yeah, I'm having that. But yeah, for some reason, it's got to go to the billing address, which is obviously here. And they were going to deliver it on my brother's birthday, and I thought, well, I ain't staying in all day, you know, I need to get over there, you know, it's his birthday, so I ain't gonna stay and wait for a delivery. So I thought, well, I'll reschedule it if I can, and luckily I was able to reschedule it. And the day before that, they delivered 3 of them and said that I wasn't in when I was. So this other parcel didn't come till the day after, which was a bit annoying because I was in the whole time. So then anyway, we had shepherd's pie. It took ages to do. Really, he should have done it before, you know, they all got here. But unfortunately, he didn't really plan it very well. So, yep. So I think that's E. Yeah, that's the one we want. Lovely. Where are we going? That one. Okay, so it's here. So yeah, and then it was getting close to 7, and I'm thinking, come on, speed it up. You know, I've got to go now. It's getting late, and I thought, do I stay or do I not? Because if they cut, DHL tend to come extremely early, so they'll put it out for like say 7, and it's here by say sometimes 8 or in the afternoon, but they give you a time slot, but they don't stick to it, because they said to me it would come between 11:19 and 12:19, and it came earlier than what they said. So you have to be, with DPD, they'll send it exactly when they say it, so it could be like between 1 and 2. It won't come early and it won't come late, you know, so yeah. But yeah, apart from that, it was just been a really, really good birthday. Everyone was there, you know, my sister was there. Quite bizarrely, Bobby didn't come, which is Victoria's brother. As I've said in previous videos, they've got probably about 9 siblings. Her family is really big. But it was a funny old day, because obviously it's Valentine's, but also his birthday at the same day. So of course George then gave Victoria her Valentine's gift, which consisted of, it was like a very cute thing. It was like a box, and then it had a rose on top with a necklace. And in this locket thing, it's like a necklace with a heart in. You look through the stone of the heart, and it's got a picture in there. And yeah, it was quite a big packed day, and I thought, you know, when you just don't want to go, you know, you want to spend the rest of the night there. But I have to be honest, it must have been the first ever party I've done without having alcohol, because number 1, I knew I had to take my heart pressure pills, and number 2, it didn't even buy any alcohol, so it was like a non-alcoholic birthday. So yeah, it was definitely an experience. But yeah, and then the last couple of days I've just been sort of like really catching up with emails and magazines, getting housework done. I got rid of a whole big bag of rubbish today. I found some, I store things, like if I don't have time I'll like put them in the box and stuff, but I found a lot of bagged up drills, but miscellaneous ones. So I thought, I'll just chuck them, and found some spare bags and bubble wrap that I didn't need, and all blister packs from builds that I must have forgot to chuck away. So yeah, I got rid of quite a lot really. It's always good to have a spring clean. And then still haven't received my tanks at the moment, and the Agostini sent me a text to say that the next pack is waiting for a payment, because what I do is I don't pay by direct debit, because the problem is they'll try to take, they're forever taking payment, like they'll try and take the next payment before you've received the first pack. And with me, I only let them have a payment once I've received the payment, once I've received like the first shipment. And I'm still waiting for that. So I've got, on the Agostini, you've got a little pay button and it says pay now. So I'll pay that once I get the first pack. So, and the last couple of weeks, we haven't had no mail. So that's another problem. But today, after nearly 2.5 weeks, I got about probably 17 letters and 2 of my Hello magazines. So yeah, they really need to sort this out. And when I got my brother's card, I was like, there's no way I'm sending it here, because it's not going to come in time. So I'll send it to my mum's. And then I got some news to say that Tony, our postman, is retiring. So yeah, so I don't know whether the other guy is going to leave the parcels out for us, or there used to be a way, like when they returned it to the depot, you used to be able to collect it the same day. But apparently what was happening is people would go there and the postman has not come back in time. So obviously they've got sent away, they can't get their package. So now they say from the next day. But most postmen like to, do their rounds and then go home early, I suppose. Keep seeing something flicker on the screen there, I don't know what's going on. And then I smell burning, and the plug, I think I found out why this light bulb was flickering. I turned it on because I knew I wanted to do something today, and it started, I could smell this burning smell, and all of a sudden it went off again, and it turns out it's a faulty plug, because the plug is burning. And I thought, oh no, here we go, it's gonna cut, because normally if there's an electrical fault, it will the circuit breaker, the master switch in the house, in that electric box thing, the circuit breaker will kick in and break the circuit. So yeah, so I've took that plug out and I'm using a red lead now, so hopefully we shouldn't have no more problems. But that charger is from a very, very old Nokia phone. You know, the old-fashioned ones with the brick, everyone used to call them bricks in my day and age, because you remember back in the day where you used to have to press, it would say ABC and then the next key DEF or something like that, and you'd have to keep pressing each one to get to the correct letter. But now day and age, you just type each letter separately. So God, they took ages to text. Horrible phones. But yeah, apart from that, I've just been trying to catch up with as many videos before showtime, because obviously every night I've been at the stage doing the crewing and set scenery and all, moving stuff on and off set, and if they want me up in the light box, then I'm on the light box, because sometimes what we have is called a follow spot. Now a follow spot is where if someone's on the stage, the light has to follow where the actor's moving. So if the actor moves over here, we move the light onto him. hence the words follow spot. And then sometimes I'm on the desk moving the lights on and off, because what will happen is in a show the stage manager will sit in a specific part of what we call the wings, so stage right or stage left or wing 1, wing 2. And what will happen is the stage manager will sit there and he'll go, right, LXQ3 go or LXQ4 go, and they're the lighting cues. So what that means is LXQ1, that means that light's got to come on at that cue, you know. So yeah, that's what LXQ1 and all that means. So, and then obviously some shows we have what's called a prompt, and that's where if someone's forgot their line, the lady in the box on the other side of the stage, well, she's reading, so she's sitting in the box and she's reading the script, and she will prompt them and say, so say if someone's supposed to go, the apple is red, she'll, and perhaps the actors forgot the word red, she'll go, right, red, and shout it out. But in professional theatres you won't get that, so ours is like a small local one, you know, so it's not as big as, we are professional, but we're not as professional like in the big West End and all that. But yeah, this show and some of the other shows, they do sell out pretty quick. And some shows, they're so big, and because the stage is so small, we have to have an extension over the pit, and then the band sit underneath it. At one point, I can't remember what show it was, but one of the shows, the drummer actually there weren't room in the pit, so he actually sat under the actual stage, and they had to mic it up so well so that we could hear him. Otherwise, because when you're under the stage you can't hear nothing, it's really, really soundproofed. So yeah. But yeah, you'll find it's the same sort of band all the time. And then you've got the MD, which is the musical director. But yeah, I like it. And then it's just like, so what you get is you get a show in half term. We always do those shows in half term, and you've got the younger generation and then the older generation. So the next show will be in April, so I'll take another break in April, and then the next one after that is October. So normally you'll get two in, like the adult version is always, or the adult group if you like, it's always April and October, and then the younger group is always in February, so they only do one show per year, whereas the rest do 2 shows per year. But I believe it's a show called Young Frankenstein. So yeah. But if it falls on my sister, obviously the 14th I didn't go because obviously I need, you know, it was my birthday celebration. Oh my God, my brother's birthday celebration, and so I didn't want to miss that. And obviously if my sister's falls on that, then I'll do that. But I'm hopefully going to be doing some pancakes. And then obviously it's quite nice because my sister's had Easter on her birthday before, but with Valentine's Day it's always the same day of the year, whereas sometimes Easter does get shifted. But yeah, after that we've got Pancake Day. Then of course the end of this week we've got the final of The Masked Singer. And then the week after that you've got Ant and Dec Saturday Night Takeaway back. So I think I've got A, yeah we have, okay. I'll just finish off this last little bit here and then we'll do some filling because I've just seen A up there. So yeah, it's quite nice to, you know, get some more done really, but yeah. But it'd be nice to get back into this because I have quite enjoyed doing it really, so. I had chicken korma today. It was really nice. I put some mushrooms in there as well because I like to have mushrooms in mine, and sometimes peppers. But with me, I always do like a big meal, and then I find that I'm too full up afterwards. Okay, so yeah, it's just a bit here. Have you noticed I've always got a colour missing when I'm painting? Even if they're all kitted out, there's always one that goes astray. Or someone trapping. Okay, so what I'd like to do now, A and C I've got to find. 9 I think is mixed up with D in that other palette, but we will just go back and do some A while we've got that, because I think we'll be using this all up soon, so yeah, we'll get some of this done and out of the way. I did try to put the, because I got the impression that this came off so that you could put a multi-placer in it, but it doesn't look like that will fit up there. So what I do is I use the other end of here on this one to do the multi-place bit. But yeah, I think we've got. I have to praise ITV, sorry, BBC. I mean, last year they claimed that they didn't have money because of COVID to, you know, do good programs. But this year we've really had some decent TV for once. That reminds me, I need to catch up on Waterloo Road. I missed it last week. No, I missed it this week because I didn't get back till gone 9 o'clock, and I was going to watch it. But you know, when you get in and you're all tired and just like, that's me done for the night, you know. I did have a cup of tea though when I came back, and that was it. I then was like knackered. So yeah, but yeah, this lead seems to be working fine. It's not done the blackout, so it's pretty good. Then I got there's a guy coming in next week. He's doing the, you know, I said the worktop he damaged the worktop. Well, they've texted me to say that he's coming out to replace it or something, so yeah. But I really wanted to get release paper, and I actually paid, as you saw in my unboxing, 50p for 6 sheets, which is, I know you can see through it in some other release papers you don't, but 6 for 50p a pack through Prism Diamond Painting is just brilliant, and I can use these over and over again. It actually feels like baking parchment, but you know, the white one, not the brown one. It's lovely, and I just should have got this from a long time ago. You don't get none of that crinkling noise of the, you know, the flimsy stuff, and it doesn't matter what way you put it on. You could put this on the other way and it's not gonna, it will come off really easy. The problem is with the film is you put that on the wrong way, we all know you're gonna have a big problem getting it off, because they really should label it so that people know which way to put it round. But out of all paintings, I do love me adhesive. So, and then I was thinking, like, do I buy more for every painting, or do I just keep these ones? So I'll probably just keep with the 6, and then when, you know, it starts to wear wear down, then I'll get more, because I don't think this will last forever. It will get, you know, backed up a bit, and sometimes it might need renewing, but I'm really, really happy with my purchase. Every purchase that I get with Prism, it's just lovely. Really, really lovely. So, yeah.